Ahava blessings, welcome to this video, and I will be sharing a beautiful reading from the Desert Rose Oracle cards for this new lunar cycle. We have another cycle of Adar Pisces. So it is Adar 2, the second Adar. Anytime we have a leap year, we are experiencing two cycles of Adar, which I think is so necessary in this time because Adar is Pisces, the fish, and Adar is all about understanding how to transcend the challenges in life through joy and understanding that joy is needed for us to embody desire, right? We need to have desire just as Allah, the creator, had the desire to create us. And so it is all about remembering that desire and being in those deep waters of creation of this powerful portal, which is Adar and Pisces. And so we have two beautiful cards that came up for us today. And when these cards came up, first I had this really powerful transmission that has to do with color. Because the two, we're doing a bait spread, and the Aramaic Hebrew letter bait is all about birthing something new. And so we've got the Shekhinah and we've got Midiai Nukhra. And I'm going to talk about these two cards right now, but at the same time, we're just going to look at these colors. And a lot of gold, right? So gold, yellow, blue. I see a lot of that gold energy, that blue energy. And so I'm already connecting to the Hathor chakra, the Hathor chakra, Hathor, which is right above our heart chakra. It is part of the heart chakra, but it's a higher octave. And so I'm already connecting with that energy of compassion, connecting to chesed, right? And so what is interesting about this bait spread is that, remember that Midiai Nukhra is another name for Mary Magdalene. The Nazarenes called her Midiai Nukhra, and they thought her to be an incarnation of the the goddess of light, And really, this is what they did. They embodied the light. And so the Nazarenes tell the story of Midiai Nukhra, which means medium of the light, how she came from a very wealthy family, that her father was the high priest, yet at some point in her life, she chose to leave all of that life behind to follow the teachings of Yeshua, to follow Yeshua Messiah. And so the reason why she's wearing white in this card is that it is said that she did away with all of her clothes that could have been beautiful, and she wore white, and she decided not to wear any shoes. And so I really love this story of the Nazarenes, because when we go back these 2,000 years and we think of Mary Magdalene as the high holy woman, the Kadisha means high holy woman that she was. You know, a lot of the portrayals of Mary Magdalene in modern day are of her, wearing red, being sexy, and everything connected to sexuality. Yet we tend to forget that that really wasn't her vibration at all. When we read her gospel, it's all about ascension, right? It's all about being aligned with the light and going through the different heavens. And these different heavens are actually the 5 levels of the soul, right? They're different levels of the soul. We've got nafsha, ruach, neshama, right? And they go on to the 5 levels of the soul, and she calls them heavens, right? So there are dimensions of the soul. So she's really giving us a powerful teaching. And to be dressed in white, we know that white expands the energy field, and white is all about purity. She's making a statement. I walk barefoot because I am humble, right? And I'm wearing white because I am pure, and I choose this path. It doesn't mean, right, when we choose the path of purity, when we choose the path of grace, that we need to leave absolutely everything behind and the physical 3D world, because we know that Yeshua and Mary Magdalene did not live that way. They believed in bringing the sacred down into the earth. Yet I love receiving the Midiai Nukhra, because the portal of Adar, Pisces, is so powerful, right? Because it is about going through a rebirth, and we're having this new moon, this new lunar cycle during the Lent season. So we are preparing for a death and a resurrection, each and every one of us, right? Not just remembering the Passion of Christ, the Via Dolorosa of Christ, but we're also preparing ourselves for this. And so seeing her and receiving this card just aligns with all of the energies, and the energies of healing, and the energies of understanding that joy, and I'll talk about this, joy is a beautiful way to transcend the challenges, because challenges need to be transcended. And how are they transcended? Through joy, right? It's not about doing any type of spiritual bypassing or pretending that everything is perfect. How are they transcended? Through joy. Understanding that life is joy, life is a miracle, right? And that every challenge we have chosen, or the Creator, Allah, gave us that challenge so that our soul can evolve, right? And finding happiness in these challenges, and also learning to find happiness in the little things of life. Imagine Mary Magdalene leaving everything, her luxury behind, her riches behind. Her father was a high priest, who was a very educated woman, leaving all of that behind to dress in white and walk barefoot, right? So it's all about shedding what is false, right? And this is a very powerful teaching that we are receiving from Mary Magdalene. And then we've got the other card, because Beit is the second letter, again, of the Aramaic Hebrew alphabet, numerical value of 2, the numerical value of the 2 candles of Shekhinah, the divine feminine presence. And here we can see Shekhinah playing her golden drum, just as the prophetess medium played her drum to bring down the presence of the Holy Spirit. And so Shekhinah, the divine feminine presence, the Holy Spirit, right? That presence that Yeshua Messiah received when he was activated, when he received the transmission from Yohanan, and then he went on to pursue the 40 days in the desert and then his ministry, right? And so when these cards come together, I mean, we can receive different types of messages, but the Desert Rose Oracle cards are a living transmission, which means that although there's a beautiful manual that comes with these cards, and I will leave the link below if you are interested in purchasing these cards, they're very, very powerful. And there is a manual with a lot of information. Each card has an Aramaic mantra that you can chant if you just want to do the work of the card and the activations of the cards. Yet they are a living transmission, which means that their wisdom is infinite. Even though there is something written about them, there's always a message that is coming in through them. And so the message that is coming in through us is, in this new lunar cycle, right? We all want to plant intentions, right? We all want to see everything manifested. Mary Magdalene and the divine feminine presence, they are asking us to let go. Let go of everything, no expectations, and become emptied. And plant the seed of the miracle. Plant the seed of light, right? Miriam Nuhra, medium of the light, Mariam of the light. Mariam means the one who holds the infinite light of the feminine. So she is the infinite light of the feminine, of the light, right? And so she's asking us to go through a process of purification, right? A process of purification through prayer, through commitment, right? Through healing, through forgiveness, through compassion, and shedding that which really isn't necessary. We're in this beautiful portal of land, shedding what isn't necessary. What isn't necessary in our lives right now, right? We'll just go with the bare essentials and do this process of purification so that we can contain the Holy Spirit. We can bring the Holy Spirit, the divine feminine presence, into our life and see the intention in this new lunar cycle of Adar, Pisces, that we know is very spiritual. It is all about the lover and the beloved and the expansion. Remember that in Aramaic creation spirituality and the Hebrew mystical cycles which we follow within the Aramaic creation spirituality, the Adar portal, Pisces, is the most abundant portal, which means that this is where we access true abundance. This is where we access what everyone calls the birthright, right? The birthright to have love, to be love, to manifest love, to have abundance. The thing is that we forget that by default, we are born through the tree of knowledge of good and evil, right? We are born through that tree. We come through that tree, which is duality. And so there is struggle there. And so how do we remove struggle? We need to channel our energy to the tree of life, chaye in Aramaic. And this is our true tree. The other one is the tree of death. And if we only tune into that tree, then we're just tuning into an incarnation, which is we come here to die. Really, this is the planet of death. Whereas we go to the tree of life, this is the planet of the teachings, right? Of the transmissions, of the soul evolution. And so, with these two cards, she is asking us, Mary Magdalene, to just release all expectations and connect to desire. The desire to be one with the soul, the desire to be one with the Creator, the desire to be here, and the desire to give and to be of service and to be in devotion. And through that process of purification, all will be given to us. Yet she is asking us to release the expectations of anything that we think may make our life better or happier. And so this is a very, very powerful transmission for this new moon, Mirai Nukhra and the Shekhinah. And so let us take this wisdom, and every new moon or different portal is a prophecy. We just have to accept it. So if we say yes to the message from the Desert Rose Oracle cards, this living transmission, we will receive a prophecy, which is the wisdom that is revealed to us. And so I'm sending all of you so much love, and I hope that this lunar cycle of Adar 2, another cycle of Adar, may the joy transcend the challenges, and may we live the different levels of the soul, the expressions of the soul, with commitment, with knowing that we are here to serve, that we are here to love, that we are here to give, and that we are here to transcend the challenges and embrace the challenges so we may evolve and step into the next journey of our soul. If you have any questions, please leave them below, and I love reading all of you. Ahava.